Halloween was always for me in my mind the traditional American
Say it white.
trick or white.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Trick or treat. Because trick or treat it's all American. I don't know how the fuck you niggas in Africa start be into Halloween. I see Halloween parties,
Village
Halloween
markets.
events.
Bro, let me
tell
It
you,
doesn't go down well
bruh,
in African
You
settings.
imagine, think about it, right? Think about like walking in the streets of Ruaka and like going from house to house with bags saying trick or treat.
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Hey, yo, what's good, man? Episode 130, mics are open.
Yes, sir,
We're in the
Ski.
building. Fresh week, fresh vibes. Andy Young in the place.
Wagwan, G-Man in the building.
Neville.
And Big C.
Ah, yes.
What's popping, fellas?
We are
Man, what's
inside,
good?
but-
So is this
boy.
the part where we're supposed to
Oh.
sip juice?
Oh, no.
Sipping
don't
on
have
gin
to.
and juice.
You don't have to.
Laid back.
But
Yes,
how you
sir.
been, man? How you fellas been?
Oscar is a good man. Happy belated birthday.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
thank you,
How you
man.
feeling? They say 365 days around the sun.
The funniest thing.
Are you?
All those
Hold on. So yesterday was your birthday. We're recording the podcast today. Do you have boxes on?
Wow.
Yes, I do have boxes on.
Were any returned?
Why are you concerned?
Did you leave anywhere?
No, sadly. Sadly, no.
Long and short.
Wait, did you get any gifts? Did anybody buy you boxes?
No.
Wow.
No. Material gifts.
They don't love you.
Wow.
I didn't.
You
But
know, the
I
Lord,
had
the
fun,
Lord
had
said, is there a verse in the Bible that says what? Clothe the homeless?
Probably not.
Calvin, no, I don't
I
think
guess
so.
there is, yeah.
Is there something like that?
The homeless?
We-
no,
we-
the clothless.
there's something about the Bible where it says, I shall come like this. I'll be on your doors, someone. Like,
Where is this going? More important.
anyway, the Lord should come back. I'm just
Why?
Yo, we are not ready.
Yo,
though. No,
no,
let's be
no, no,
honest.
no, no.
We are not ready for Jesus to
On that
return.
note,
Why?
We are not ready.
Why?
On that note,
Hatujapiga sherehe.
I saw a meme, and someone said that like what you just said, like Jesus should come back, and somebody replied, when the good Lord comes back, he ain't coming to Kenya. He's got nothing, no business here.
Oh,
There's no one to collect here. He's just
Aye,
he's
guy.
just coming.
Come and go.
He's just like, yo, he's picking his route. He's like, Kenya,
expeditious.
there's no one to get
I
there.
saw a meme today, a joke, right, of Jesus and his 12 disciples, right? And you know how he was feeding them fish and bread, and one of them happened to be vegetarian.
Jesus Christ.
Let me ask you, gents, this question. Imagine you were Jesus for 1 second and you've just resurrected and Twitter is out. What's the
Resurrected?
first? Yeah, you've just resurrected.
Oh, okay.
You've just
Calvin, Sunday school
returned
dash.
to life.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, Calvin, come on. So you've just returned to life and Twitter is available and blah, blah, blah. What's the first tweet you put out as Jesus right after resurrection? What do you say?
Ay.
These niggas can't hold me back.
I like that.
I'd probably quote Chris Brown and use a Chris Brown gif. Thought it was over.
Oh,
That's good. That's good.
I think I'll use an
was worried when
Michael
you said
Jordan quote.
I was
I'm
worried.
back.
I'm back. I was worried when he said Chris Brown though.
Why? Because
I was just thinking of my favorite Chris Brown song, "Fuck You Back to Sleep."
Back to
that's
sleep.
Jesus.
you don't have to worry, bro. You don't have to worry.
Back to sleep. Oh no, G. We are not
Wow.
doing this again. Calvin, what would you tweet as Jesus you just resurrected? Wagwan.
You guys went with song titles, right?
Well, okay.
Something like God Help Me.
God help me.
What?
Calvin,
Why?
come on now.
Bro, you came back from the dead. You bro, dead.
I
You
didn't
don't
ask
need help
for
with
it.
anything.
What? Like
If it was prior to you being crucified, then yes.
Okay, let me
something
make
like
this-
what? Mission Impossible?
Let me make this easier
Yeah,
for you.
okay, Mission
Aya,
Impossible is
Instagram
not
is
bad.
available. What photo are you uploading as Jesus?
See, with that key drum, that key thing, that key, the lead,
With like a lead for the tomb.
the lead for the tomb, it's open.
A selfie. Gio.
Wow.
Yeah,
you
I
guys
could
like
actually
to
post
hell.
out a reel. You know, with the thing rolling back. Yeah, something like that. Did I think too
You
much?
do like a Kimanzi transition.
What?
A Kimanzi transition. I was there. From the cross.
But
That is fall-
you know the one sign that he can't show when he's doing a selfie.
Who?
Jesus when he comes back.
What? What the holds? Yeah.
The rock sign.
Oh
But if you're Jesus now and this homie's snitched on you, is that the term?
Snitched.
Okay.
No,
Sold him
like
out.
they sold
Yeah.
you out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who are you inviting to your party first?
After resurrection.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you were on, what was that hill called?
We all know who the DJ is gonna be.
Grouchy?
Grouchy
wake-up
on
call.
his
Everywhere.
The wake-up call.
the lockdown session. 10
Yes,
PM.
tonight. Who's in the lockdown session tonight?
The man like
myself and Lordwin.
I thought you guys would say
and Young and
Barnabas.
Lordwin.
Huh?
I thought you guys would say Barnabas.
No. I start going on to
Come on now.
Lordwin. It's his birthday this week as well.
Who?
Lordwin.
Oh, happy birthday,
Yeah, so
Lord.
it's
Yeah.
a birthday
Shout out to you,
edition
Lordwin.
of the lockdown sessions, man.
Mad
Yeah,
thing, man.
so
yeah.
who you inviting as JC? Do people still call
Yeah.
him JC? Like,
But bro,
that
that's-
cool shit.
Do you know the thing? He was too famous for him to hold a party and not everyone
Show
pulling
up.
through. If he holds a party, everyone is coming through, bro.
Yo,
It's
imagine
gonna be hard
a
to-
party where you go where there's water and then it's turned to wine.
Bullshit.
Listen, fuck no. I'm just inviting the guy who helped me carry the cross.
If there's an admission
and the
fee,
disciples.
if there's an admission fee, that stadium's empty.
For Jesus' birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
there were
What do you
broke
mean?
niggas
Why?
around him.
Admission, guys don't want to buy tickets.
To Jesus'
who are you gonna ask for comps? God?
There's
Wow.
no
See
complete.
the disciples.
Wow.
Get it at
That's
the
well
gate.
thought out.
Yo, Peter, what up? Yo, hook a brother up.
But people,
Hey, yo,
but you
Mary,
know,
Mary,
but-
yo, what
but-
is that, Mary?
but you see, you can never.
Uko na
you
VIP pass.
You could never get Peter on the phone because he
Fam.
didn't pick up the first time, not the
God
second
comes
time,
back, he ain't coming to
probably
Kenya,
the
bro.
third time.
Calvin, I think you're reading a different Bible.
Kwani, how many times did Peter deny Jesus?
3 times.
3 times.
Exactly. So how is he gonna pick up your call the first time?
Okay, it's fine.
Oh, moving away from Calvin and his jokes. This past weekend, I experienced.
But does Jesus need to come back?
He
Now that you
really
think
does.
about it.
we're not ready
Yes.
for that yet.
Why?
Yes.
We're still
No,
sharing.
no.
No,
Think
no,
about it.
because people attach maybe a negative connotation to him coming back because
They're
they
bad.
feel that the judgment is gonna come and all that. But I feel like there's gonna be super amazing things that are gonna
Bro,
happen with
like,
him
no,
coming. Like,
stop. Let's talk about judgment. We know how judgment feels.
Already?
Twitter, we know how judgment
Yeah,
feels.
yeah, yeah.
So there's nothing. So there's no point in you trying to escape the judgment. Like,
Quantify.
But
that's
you
what
know,
I'm saying.
this judgment determines where you're gonna live for like the rest of your life. It's gonna be either the place with milk and honey, or it's gonna be the place where there's everlasting, like a big river of fire.
So basically, it's gonna be either Kilimani or Ruaka.
First and foremost, I don't know who told.
He's always waiting for an
We're
opportunity.
going to slam Ruaka
Yeah.
to the ground.
But-
Come
but-
on, tuko na
but-
two
but-
rivers.
but
the
who-
eye of Nairobi.
Stop. Don't even try and.
Isichukue two rivers. Okay.
Listen, who said that milk and honey is all we need?
But milk and honey doesn't even taste good. Ew.
Exactly. You know,
Come on,
I'm
guys.
lactose intolerant.
yo,
so-
if the Lord said I'm coming back, I'm going to give iPhone 13s. Guess will pull up.
But that's different though.
Why? You've downgraded.
No, I'm not
everything.
downgrading because I'm
No,
looking
no,
at
no,
things.
He's got a point.
Yeah,
He's got
things
a point.
that
Let me
milk
tell
and fucking
Fam,
honey.
Really?
How
something
about
Why
else.
the fuck do I need to pull up?
How
No,
about
I
how
did
about
die
life,
for
life
milk
over
and
death?
honey and singing
How
all
about life over death? How about health over sickness?
Oh, milk and honey.
Fam, listen. No,
How
Calvin's
about those
right.
things?
Calvin is right. Jesus comes back. He needs to update his iOS.
Now, yeah,
Let me
Needs
tell
to be
you.
on 15.
No, he has to be on like even 25. Think
some.
about it. No,
Okay,
for real.
let's hear
because
it.
there are so many things that would have impressed guys in biblical days. Like guys in biblical days, right, would see an airplane and be like, "Oh my God, that's amazing!"
This
Because it's beyond their comprehension,
Exactly.
right?
This is them niggas
guys in
who got mana. You know what I'm saying?
Guys in biblical days would see fucking submarine and be like, "Wow." So Jesus has to update his iOS because we are not as easily impressed.
Because the first
And,
thing to
and
actually
say until you bring up the pyramids.
Which pyramids?
of
Bro,
Giza.
No,
What
the
about
pyramids
them?
in Egypt. Because until today, there haven't been any people or any kind of technology that's been able to replicate what's been done before. I feel like there's. I'm not lying. Go search, bro. Grow.
Jesus
They got
didn't
them
build
niggas from
Sam, bro.
Sudan. But you know the two coolest guys in the Bible? Before I digress, Noah, first nigga to be in a submarine. That's it.
the ark.
Now,
It wasn't. Okay. It
oh,
was
the ark.
elevated,
Then
yeah.
that other guy who took off in that chariot with flames.
Elijah.
You guys
Hey,
are
wait, why are you
jokers.
He
forgetting
took off,
Jonah?
bro.
You guys
Jonah
are
was in the
jokers.
stomach
Jonah.
of a storm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the
what
guy.
I fucking I didn't mean Noah. I meant Jonah. Jonah. Like that was
So
New
if what
Testament
a
or
whole
some shit.
submarine,
I
and that's
could
not
be
who you were
Yes,
talking
that's what
about.
I'm saying.
and
Submarine.
be taken from
Can't
Kenya
be
to
so-
America.
Yeah.
I mean that fish very bad. That was
Exactly.
the first submarine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
man.
get that was
No,
hands up.
no, you guys have
What is
forgotten
the
it.
coolest shit in the Bible?
Daniel
Manna?
in the lion's den. fam.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's the one.
What about David and Goliath? David throwing
You know,
the
first
stone.
and foremost, by the way, fuck that shit, right?
Aye, Calvin.
Goliath must have been like 7 foot. You know, in biblical
7
terms,
foot,
them
no.
niggas was not that tall.
Bro, no.
Bro,
Which Bible
they
are you
were
reading?
not as tall as today. Like,
Bro, they were over
you know,
300
was a giant.
feet.
bro.
They were over
Like if you
300
go to
feet, bro.
what's this country in South America where them babes are like 4 foot something? If
Ruaka.
listen, if you go to a place where
I'm beginning
people,
to, Z,
yo,
I'm
if you go
beginning
to
to
a
agree
place where
with you
people
now.
are 8 foot,
I'm beginning to agree
you
with
get?
you now.
No.
If you go to a place where people are 8 foot tall, right, and you're 4 something, right, yo, that's a giant.
No, bro. Go read your Bible
Why-
again. There was giants in that. In the
Where
Nephilims
giants?
and
Oh,
bro,
man.
them niggas
It's
over
like you going
300
to-
feet.
It's like you going to bloody South Sudan.
Bro, again.
You're a midget, right?
No, you're downplaying the whole thing, bro. There was giants. There was actual giants in that time, and that's why
Then where the
that
fuck did
story is
they
a
go?
big
They
deal.
disappeared with the dinosaurs or what?
Bro, the flood swept away all of them, bro. And also, they killed each other. They killed
Where
each
the
other.
fuck did you read the
They
Bible
kill
that
each
said
other, bro.
and they went 2 by 2 the giants into the ark?
I didn't say they went into the ark, bro. I said they died with the flood.
What I'm simply trying
and
to
they
say
made
is
it
this:
into the ark,
that
they
book,
would have died.
G, back to the previous point, that shit needs to be updated because that shit,
What exactly?
What Jesus needs to update his iOS.
No. How are we gonna be? How many years has it been?
Hey,
2 little fishes, 5 loaves of
did you?
bread.
Yeah.
How?
KFC.
Exactly. Yeah, who
Changing
would you
water
give
into
that
wine.
contract to?
Bar
No,
next
but
door.
this is deep though. Like, if he don't even need to come back for real. Like, he just
not
do that on the
ready.
internet. Huh? Yeah, we'll go if he goes viral.
Broadcast.
Instagram Live.
Yeah, he'll be alright.
Jesus just needs TikTok.
He'll be viral. Wow. Imagine if Jesus came
See,
back
on
and he's
TikTok
not as
now.
popular.
I've been on TikTok. I just don't TikTok.
You just
I
view.
watch
You know,
Come on, no dance videos coming anytime soon.
me.
Yeah, jumping up and down.
Well, I got my new co-host who seem to be quite lively, so you never know. Shout
Yeah,
out
maybe they start going out to Charlie, man. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Good people.
So, what if Jesus came back and he's not popping? Like, I could name a lot of things that
True.
Jesus can't beat right now.
Fam, man.
What?
Jesus got to come back with drip.
Yeah. He can't be on those.
That white fucking sandal shit and
Yeah,
flowing
yeah.
gowns. Hem of your
I
garment.
wasn't here, bro.
I wasn't
here.
That hem of your
Jesus, when you come
that-
down
you
to
come,
take
I'll be
us,
ready.
yeah, we'll be
I'll be-
ready.
yeah, we'll be
That
ready.
hem of your
Sanctified.
garment shit ain't working, bro.
Maybe he's working with Kanye. I mean, Kanye said, I talked to him,
Oh,
he's my
no.
friend.
Kanye's
No.
changed his name again.
And
Oh,
he's
changed
shaved his
Oh,
hair in a weird kind of way.
What
you know,
the
you know
fuck
what?
is
The
that
last
haircut?
celebrity that shaved their head was Britney Spears.
Oh, yeah.
And she
Before
was
the
cray,
meltdown,
cray.
huh?
Yeah.
Kanye's been. I follow this page called Photos of Kanye on Twitter, right? It's been active in the last 1 week than it ever has been. Bro, this guy has been all over Europe, man. What the fuck? But did you guys see the video of him performing at one of those Italian fashion designer things? He was struggling.
Really?
Yeah, He had the whole Halloween kind of mask. He looked
yeah.
like one of them killers.
So he was
serial
trying
killers.
to perform in the mask.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he kept adjusting it.
You know that
It was so funny.
let me ask you this: is Halloween such? Is it serious or is
Well, it's
Not to us.
The thing with and that's a good point. Halloween was always for me in my mind the traditional American
Say it white.
trick or white.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Trick or treat. Because trick or treat it's all American. I don't know how the fuck you niggas in Africa start be into Halloween. I see Halloween parties,
Village
Halloween
market.
events.
Bro, let me tell you what Africans do. Africans just wait for an opportunity to turn up. They
party.
don't care what it is. Just say what it is right
Matiang'i
now.
Try pulling
should
up
gonna
to
turn
your,
up.
to your mom's house with horns.
Fam, let
Bro.
me tell you.
It doesn't go down well
Bruh,
in African
You
settings.
imagine, think about it, right? Think about like walking in the streets of Ruaka and like going from house to house with bags saying trick or treat.
Utapewa
You're a
bangi.
fucking bastard.
Utapewa bangi.
What do you want in this estate of yours?
Hold on.
Even here, brother. You get
Who keeps sweets in their houses, bro?
Wait.
By show of hands.
Wait.
Who has sweets in the house? Show of hands.
Sweets.
I'm the only sweet thing in my house.
Are you gonna throw yourself in the basket?
Well, but not only that, think about it. And
Musiibe
then,
hiyo kwa premier gang. Musiibe hiyo.
and then if it's Ruaka, It all depends on whether there's power or not.
Fuck off. I don't know what.
Gee, no, I feel like
The next episode
I
it's
feel
at
like
Calvin
G
Zoun's
got
Road.
done dirty by someone in Ruaka.
Man,
Like
Draka,
there's a
who are
baby
you
in Ruaka
hiding
who
there?
did you dirty
By the way,
because
does
this
anyone in this
buyer.
podcast live in Raqqa? I'm not asking.
You know this guy. I was about to call him a bastard. He's
am
out
a
here
bastard.
trashing. He's out here trashing. Yo, why don't you talk about your Donny days? But then it's been a long time.
Tell us,
man.
Calvin. Tell
this
us.
guy used to
Donny days.
Used to live in Donny.
Basically.
G ulikuwa na case Lando. G alikuwa na issues Lando.
G was the ambassador of Cubano. He started in gear in West E because of what's that bend over thing?
Bend over
that was it.
Thursday.
Other times, Cubano, my
man's
guy.
reminiscing flashbacks.
G Doni kulikuwa kumeshika.
The photos in Donholm.
If you listen to GMITM back in the
I
day,
used to hang out in Dunholm.
there were some potholes you fell in.
That was Federal State. I used to hang out. No, I used to hang out in Dunholm.
Okay.
Didn't live there.
No.
By leave,
But you know,
we mean
you know,
you
here's
spend
the
a lot
thing.
of time
Here's
there.
the thing.
Yeah,
if you happen to spend a lot of time there,
Yeah.
yeah,
I used to spend a lot of time in Federal State, a lot of time in Dunholm, a little bit of time in Nyayo State. Now I just stay home.
So there's some people out there saying I spend a lot of time in Upper Hill.
ati they'll be like, G-man, yule wa homeboys alikuwa gapa base.
Alikuwa ananunua chipo hapa.
Alikuwa anakula mtura.
Alikuwa alipi mtura hapa.
Alitoka na deni ya
But you
mtura.
forgot one place though, where I spent a lot of time. Moimara.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yeah, you used
Moimara.
to.
Moimara Daima.
Uko them side. This guy used to be Uko bana. So I don't know what we were talking about.
Hey, where did they go?
But
But what?
I always came home.
Well, allegedly.
Out of all those hoods.
Allegedly.
What's my favorite hood?
Yes, I want you to read.
This
Then
guy,
the
let me
worst,
tell you,
the
this
best
guy
and the
even
worst.
used to know the samosas that used to be sold outside
Ah, Calvin,
Tuskys.
shut up now, man. That was Buru.
Can you get some alcohol on set?
No,
He was
actually,
in the
those were good
streets.
times though. Those were
Yeah,
good times.
those. What are they? Samos or the?
They were samosas, the
Outside
ones by
Tuskys.
Tuskys in
Yeah.
Buru.
So you were
Those
eating them?
cheese and beef samosas.
Yeah.
Wait,
We used to
cheese.
drive cheese and beef. They were so good. We used to leave the studio
Was
and
it
drive to
real
Buru
cheese?
Buru.
Bana. Things were easier then.
Guys used to trust things.
So, best, what's the best?
Worst hood is Ruaka.
Wasn't even
You've been there like twice.
That's how bad Rocker is.
No, because Ruaka is just always just traffic.
Those are stories you're hearing. They're making an expressway for us, you know.
Is the worst. Then I used to like Buru. I used to go Buru. Arnold used to live in Buru. Arnold, pick up Arnold used to live in Buru.
Club Latitude.
Club Latitude. Shit.
yeah.
Yeah, Buru was popping at some point. I think my favorite hood of all of the hoods.
So Buru had all the
My
good
favorite hood of all the
girls.
hoods was probably Dunholm.
Donny had all
Dunholm,
the
and
hands.
then in Maradaima.
Feather.
Feather was just an
Ish.
accident.
Happens.
Accident.
And
That was
So
It
there we have
happens
it.
once, G.
I think this
Feather was-
podcast is across the Uhuru Highway compliance. You know why
Covered
I've asked
ground.
that, right? Why I've asked that is because I
But
think
before you move on though, but any country you go to, like
Yeah.
if you go to another, you go to Dubai, you can either spend time in the mall, or you can go and hang out and see what how people
Everyone.
are living.
Yeah.
So
They
for
run
me,
in.
it was more interesting for me to go and see how people are living rather than to stay in this bubble that is is
So
Upper Hill.
why I'm asking that is this leads me into the conversation, right? So one of our listeners sent me a message and they were like, "Hey, you guys should do a podcast with Man Talk." Man Talk.
Who's that?
Man Talk.
Those guys,
Those two. Ellie and the other chap, right? And I was just spent some time watching it, and I was like, they've got a TA they talk to, and then I looked at us. I was like, we have such a wide TA, right? In terms of from that side of Wangige all the way to Mombasa and to where and where and where, and I'm not even talking about hoods. And I was just like, interesting. So well done, fellas.
That's how you ended
That
up
was
there.
it. Yeah. So I told them, yeah.
You told who? Yeah, the person who said.
the what do you call it? The lady who sent me a DM. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Also, ladies, as you're out there, like when I was out there this past weekend, when you approach me and you call me Calvin,
When you were out on the street this weekend,
Someone called you
Man said
Calvin.
he's a
imagine, like I was out somewhere and someone called me Calvin. Imagine, ladies, how do you expect me to react to? No, how do you expect me to react to that? He has dreads, I have nothing.
I know.
I expect
bro.
you to play along.
No, never.
But you
Could
know,
never be me.
Here's the
Could
thing.
never
Next
be
time
me.
anyone says that, tell them you can't call Heinz Peptang.
What? Why are you sacrificing?
Hey, Calvin, it's all right.
Brand name, man.
That's the same way like that politician who was
Nah,
telling
let me
Baba
tell you.
to make
Fam,
Glenn
man.
Fiddich
Fam,
250.
let me tell you. Let me tell you, bro. And this is why I'm disappointed in you, bro, in saying that, right? This is Kenya. Peptang,
Do the thing.
we like you.
yeah.
Do the thing.
Oh,
Sponsorship.
You're a fucking bastard.
We're never gonna get
Yeah,
that
we'll
money. So Peptang,
Peptang come through.
Team Peptang,
Peptanging.
Kwanza sanitize.
sanitize.
Sanitize Kwanza.
Yo, by the way,
Oh, okay.
why y'all last night acting all brand new and boozy in the group when I shared a meme about you going to your shorty's place?
Why are
or
you shaking?
I'm not shaking, Calvin. I'm very calm. Stop projecting. So your shorty's digs say you've stayed longer than expected, right? I'm sure each and every one of us has put on some clothes that the shorty has given us. The same way you have some clothes in your wardrobe that shorties have worn, aka the big extra large t-shirts, you know, some sweatpants, you know, here and there. I'm sure the same way, maybe some pants that could be fitting, or a t-shirt or something of the sort. Never.
Yo,
never
let me tell you.
Never.
Last week you took a single. This week you're taking a double.
It's fine. It's fine.
Your bag is full of L's.
These are not L's, bro.
Whoa,
These are not
I know
L's.
L's.
So you want to tell me you've never been at Shorty's digs and she gave you even at least a t-shirt, bro, or sweatpants, or even socks? Nothing,
Bro, why? Here's the thing. I think we generate enough hits to sleep naked.
It's not even that.
So are you going
But
to spend? Are
typically,
you
bro,
going to spend 3
look
days
at us,
naked
guys.
in
Like,
Shorty's
look at
digs?
G. Come on. What is going to fit you?
No, but you know what? I'm glad you said that, right?
Yeah. Like,
I'm
what?
glad you said that because I'm thinking about like you know, everybody has their likes.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you got a t-shirt that fits me. You're
What's wrong
What's
with that?
going on here?
What if she wears the same size as you?
She wouldn't be there.
What?
Yeah, you're not baiting me today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I know what you want me to
baiting.
say.
No, let me tell you the problem.
Andy
The
wants
problem
me
is
to
you
say
can't
what we
even have
talked
a
about is
conversation.
working.
No,
Getting
no,
G
no,
mad.
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay, getting G mad there.
Okay, I
Get
hope
me,
you're
man.
getting the reactions you wanted.
Nah, it's not
Thank
even
you.
about baiting me. What you want
Everybody's
me to say
got
is
their
that-
own style.
No. Let's break it down.
Also, today we agree with
No,
that.
let's
but
break it
down.
last- Okay.
So we break it down. What you want me to say is that I don't like fat chicks.
No!
That's
Not
what
me!
you want me to
No!
Yo,
That's what you
No!
want.
Don't speak for me, Negro. No! That's what you are implying. That's what you
Return of
understood,
the man.
nigga. Nah.
Nico
Nah.
Baya.
reverse the
That's
thing.
but the only thing I was implying is you could be with a shorty who's the same size as you. For example, someone brought up the same point in the group last night, right? Like, hey, Andy, Konya, you're always the same size with every shorty that you're with. It brings up a very valid point. It doesn't mean that G is always going to be with people who are maybe slightly smaller
But a
than
lot
him
of
or
Nairobi,
bigger than
like,
him.
okay. Anyway.
I'm just bringing across a point that, hey, don't strike out the fact that you could be sleeping at someone's place and this person wears the same size clothes as you. Don't rule that out. Which brings me back to the question. Have you all never worn nothing from a shorty when you're at her digs? Like, never, ever, ever. Don't avoid the question. It's a simple yes or no question. Simple yes
For
or
me,
no.
if I'm being honest, when I, of course, under my t-shirt, I'm wearing a vest. So if I'm there with her, I'm in my boxers and my vest and my socks on. I don't need any extra kind of thing.
Okay.
So
You could wear a fluffy slippers.
one
Let
or
me tell
two
you,
could give you a
Andy,
toothbrush.
Andy, I'm with you. I have worn something.
Okay.
Socks.
Okay.
She gave me socks.
Okay.
I wore them. Since we're talking about items of clothing, a bandana for my hair. Because I don't be sleeping with like
I understand
my
your
hair out
struggles,
like
bro.
that. You know what I mean?
What
Understand your
kind of
struggles.
stuff, bitch?
No, you also
Here
shower
we
with the
go.
shower cup. You shower with the shower cup.
Yeah.
What
I
the
understand.
fuck?
I
Yeah,
understand.
How long do you all take in the salon? How long do you all take in the salon? And
Stop,
tell me how long.
stop,
Calvin, how long do you take
Yeah,
in the
wear a
salon?
shower cup. What the fuck are you guys gonna do?
Gee, how long do they take in the salon?
You know my old
bandana.
friend.
Imagine.
Yeah, bandana.
She didn't have like a hairnet
A
or
bonnet, that's what they call them. Now I'm wearing that shit.
A bandana is
No,
way
let me tell you.
better.
Let me tell you.
way
Yo,
better.
my toxic masculinity doesn't have me. You know those colorful,
Calvin,
pink looking
Your
things,
toxic
motherfucker?
masculinity took you too far. Ungefunga shati. You
Bro,
know what I'm saying?
but no, a bandana. Come on, man.
No,
we
I
come
get
from
you,
a
bro.
generation where we can bandana. That shit is
Nigga,
both
you-
ways.
you dated
that
a crip
bonnet,
or a black?
Was it red? Was it Paru? Or was it blue?
you know, since they were Crips, they didn't call it bandana. They call it kanana. Kanana. But anyway, so shower cup. Yo, I beat like I'll look at her and I'm like,
oh, shower cup.
man, your hair can get wet. And I'll wear the shower cup, not mine. Yeah, so yeah, those are the kind of things I borrow. But t-shirts.
So it's a yes.
What for those items?
Okay,
Other
G-
items now, man.
Nope.
It's as
Yeah.
simple as that. Nope.
Simple.
So yeah, but anyway, in all honesty, I do know there's guys who always like, bro, if you go to a shorty's digs, right? There's a probability that if you're there and there's a t-shirt, there's probably someone who used to wear it.
Let me ask you
get?
something, Calvin.
Yeah.
We not wear nobody clothes. What I'm doing?
Why are you wearing someone else's clothes?
Yeah.
But wait, let me ask you this. Let's put the clothing situation aside. As you yourself, when you're going, when you and Ashore have decided you all are going to link, and let's say it's not a restaurant, it's someone's house. Whose house would you prefer the first link to be in?
Home.
You prefer home? And did
Home
you prefer
fixtures.
your
Home
place
ground.
or home ground?
Yeah.
You prefer away? I'm a home.
Calvin's in a way, nigga. You could just look at that nigga.
You like away thing?
He's just an away
Man United
nigga.
had that away record. I know.
No, let me tell you. If I like you, I'm gonna pull you back to the sport.
So you
bro,
prefer the
so
first
the
one to
first
be
link-
at
Like,
your
wait,
place?
wait.
if this, yeah.
Just speak normally. I'm gonna pull you back to the spot. Speak normally, fam.
So,
The violence.
like, if I can
put
see,
his R. Kelly
if I can see,
Boy, nigga, R. Kelly boy. It's like
I'll take you back to the crib.
my Barry White. So, like, if I like you, like I can see us amounting to something, could be in my house.
Yeah, because it's for,
Okay.
But if it's just on road kind of thing, you have to, you have to
play
jump
away.
out.
You play away.
you have to jump
You
out
have to
there.
jump out.
Damn.
Okay,
What about
okay. For me, anywhere goes. Cause
No, fast.
you lot are mad.
Fast interaction.
You lot are
No.
mad.
For me,
Fam.
it depends. If she lives in Rongai, fam, and you want me to come through, itakuwa ngumu.
No,
bro.
you're not
So
going
G,
to
you're
go to
saying-
Rongai.
Yeah, so
No.
I'm saying itakuwa
What I'm
ngumu. I'm
saying,
not going
G,
to Rongai.
Yeah.
G, you're saying, so back to your crib, right?
This is what I'm saying.
Then, in the good phrasing of DJ John, if everything is special,
Nothing is special.
then how the fuck?
That wasn't John, by the way. That was Pete.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
No, what I'm saying
No,
is
what are you
this.
saying?
What I'm saying is in this 2021, not that I'm out there on road.
Yeah.
But if I was out there on road like you lot are,
Eh?
please don't speak for us.
if I was out there on road like Austin,
Thank you. Behind the camera.
speaking,
Yeah.
right? Fam, do you know how dangerous it is to play away games?
How
in
so?
this,
Yeah, true.
do you know how many people
Spy
get
cameras.
No, spy cameras.
Hey, bro.
Neighbors.
Spy cameras is the least of your problems, fam.
Those-
Like bitches fucking on their men. And some man comes and finds you in a yard you're not supposed to be in, and it's all drama.
true.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
and,
yeah,
also, and also there's people recording. No, we saw Neville from the lights are open.
I actually had a cousin one time who went for the first link to Ashore's house, and while he was there, the Shore did not say that she is actually involved still with the man's. So while he was there, the man is feeling the steel doors. You're feeling someone is touching the padlock.
Jesus Christ.
Man them locked
I can
the
die.
padlock from
outside with his own
So
padlock.
and then he told the guy, yo, see, you're in my house. Let me go call my gym guys.
Yeah.
He called his gym guys. Each of his and the guy he lived in 6th floor. So each of the gym guys
Had
were
a floor.
positioned in each floor. So when he just opened the door for my cousin to come out, the beating he got. He was in a matatu without a shirt. His vest was it was just horrible. So first link
Fam,
uko
nah.
nje. Nah.
Moral of the story
moral
is
of the story.
go to those doors that are closed with one.
And the thing about it is, I think that before, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I also think that like there's a level of comfort and not comfort like a house, but like a level of trust.
Yeah.
That you must have in this. Like if I sleep in your house, I trust you. Like it's beyond just a link.
Yeah.
I ain't linked the fam, and you got to look at it as well. I mean, whose house is nicer?
Let me
No,
switch.
straight up.
Do you have
Whose
Apple
house?
TV?
Can you imagine going
Do
to
you
a
have-
house and
do you
you
have
go into a
Alexa?
house? You go into this house and like you say, it's got one of those locks that you put your
I still know. G, come on.
What if she has a
Your
nicer
hand
house?
can be decapitated, brother.
G, we close our. You know, in Kenya, after when you clock the padlock, you have to
Make sure.
pull it.
No. By the way, let me tell you.
You have to pull it to make sure the padlock is
What the fuck?
It's like when you lock your door, G. So you lock and then you confirm.
The only
Make sure the door is
the
locked,
only
bro.
thing I hold without looking is, you know, when I'm taking a lick.
No,
Now
but
this one.
Oh.
You have the padlock at you.
The poor man, they
They might as well start reading Braille as well.
You know what I'm trying to say?
No.
Fam, in one of those estates, when you look outside the door, it's like 60
G, you're
pages.
too rich, man. I can't fathom your richness. G,
Unafanya kazi.
Put it,
Niggas can find the padlock,
Put it this
but
way.
they can't find her clit.
Wow,
wow.
Calvin. Put it this way. Imagine. Stop.
That took a time.
Imagine if you live in an estate, yeah, that when you go, like you're going up the stairs, you're seeing 8 pairs of shoes outside house.
you're done for.
There's probably what do you call it?
PS tournament. There's a FIFA tournament.
If you live in an estate where they have like,
Hanging lines.
Hanging lines.
near the staircase,
You're done for.
Oh, man.
I've just talked about being locked in somewhere. This past week
Oh, that
on
was
Twitter.
you?
Huh? No. I've just talked about.
Oh,
Calvin,
okay.
come on.
I was like, damn,
Nah,
bro.
man, you know.
Calvin, now is student life.
Man,
We need to talk after this.
Okay.
Besides that, just talk about being locked in. This past week, there was a story that came out on Twitter of a young lady who was locked inside one of our popular
Pepinos.
eat-out.
In town.
Pepinos, chicken house. They're usually all in one place. So she was locked inside. She was there in the bathroom, you know, lock-up time. But then I guess she didn't hear them locking up or something. So she was locked inside Pepinos. And it was such a fiasco online. So guys,
Nah, so I read all of that, and basically she's tweeting, "I'm looking for Pino's, blah blah blah." But
Who knows the manager?
But
Yeah.
didn't it transpire when she was freed that she wasn't locked in there alone?
oh, for real?
I'm
There was,
asking.
apparently there was another guy inside
Called
there with
Victor
her.
or something,
Oh, wow.
and
So-
Victor was trending.
That's crazy. Because I when I saw the story at first, I saw her put out a tweet that she's been locked in the bathrooms of the Pepinos, and that she's requesting guys to retweet so that the authorities, the manager, they can come out and, you know, help the situation. But since this is the mics are open and we are with the vibes, where would we like to be locked in? You know, there's some
Wow.
places
Leave
where...
alone where you-
yeah, leave chicken house.
No,
leave
leave alone
restaurants.
even that. I remember.
Anywhere where you don't have to put your hand through the door to open
Like
the
Ruaka.
padlock. Like Ruaka.
I've ever been caught in the exit staircases of a certain mall making out with my shorty, and
Okay.
it was illegal back then, and we got kind of locked up in some place, and we got threatened until we chucked some money.
Oh, wow.
So I'd never there could be a thrill to it, but I'd never want to get locked up in a
anyway.
place again. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not the best of feelings, bro. They threaten you with everything, bro. Like the cops are coming, your parents are coming, you know, you have to chuck some money, the management of the building and all that. That's just me. I wouldn't want to be locked up anywhere.
For
Anywhere
real?
with any shorty.
Calvin,
bro.
when you think about it, okay, I see that smile. I already know something good is about to come. So, if you are hypothetically speaking, ungefungiwa wapi?
So this is my turn to speak,
Let's
right?
go.
I'd love to be locked up in Upper Hill.
Okay.
You see, by this roundabout over here,
Uh-huh.
Where?
when you drive, then there's a big building
Where?
I'd love to be locked up in
Is there money in that building?
in the vault of equity.
There had to be a bank.
Lock me up over there. Like I am not recording no videos. Send retweet this shit to look for them.
I have been locked in the vault.
Me, I'd be looking for where to, just
Yeah, like I was thinking if I was her in this situation, it's chicken house. I have to represent for my ancestors, the Luya side. So for me, I would have been, looking at the kitchen, those donuts that are there on display. For real, I would have eaten something. Like if I'm being honest, I would have wanted, in the anxiety of the moment of
Wait,
being locked
do you
inside.
really think that they like she was locked up in this food place?
There's no-
and there was food in it. Like
Wasn't she in the washroom or something?
Yeah.
Bro, if
Washroom
I'm
that
locked
you
up,
could walk around.
If I'm locked up, you see that sign that says no people authorized past this, only for staff.
Yeah.
I'm getting into the kitchen.
To see Wagwan.
Most of the time in kitchens in restaurants, there have to be those that swing back and forth like that. So there's no lock. You get
no, not only that. I just think like there must be like rats in those kitchens.
Oh, yeah, on the night shift.
Not
eh?
necessarily that particular thing, but I'm just
Yeah.
thinking. I'm that guy who thinks that every single food spot has got rats at night.
Okay.
Like honestly, think about it. Like if you're a rat,
Where would you want to be?
Where would you want to
Like,
be?
where would you hang out? Like,
like,
you
I'm-
get Ratatouille.
like
Okay,
rats.
6ix9ine.
No, basically, what he's trying to say is like when rats have pep talks with their parents.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to be when you grow up?
no, but if I was a rat, I wouldn't hang out like at fucking a gym.
Dude, bougie ass.
Like, would you have? Wait,
Yeah,
when
G
they're
would have
closed
been
at
a
night-
bougie rat.
When they're closed at night, what are you gonna do? Go to treadmill? No, a rat.
Yo, that's a fucking good trick.
No, it's true.
You want to be a rat?
If you're a rat,
Yeah.
you're gonna chill at somewhere where there's like they're gonna throw food out. Like I would chill. I would be at a mall.
Okay.
I would be at Westgate.
Sarit.
Sorry, can you imagine
running around the
all
parking.
the food that's been thrown out of those restaurants because they can't keep the food. They're gonna throw the food out or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking, I wouldn't hang out at a gym.
Speaking of gym, when's the last time you went to the gym, bro? And how's that working out for you?
The fuck is that? The mics are open.
Yo, I see your gym buddy, your gym partner over there. Shout
Austin.
going out to
Oh,
Ben.
it's not Austin.
Gym.
Oh, okay.
Those two can.
Oh, Grouchy.
Grouchy.
Hey,
But
gym
how's that
buddies.
going?
I've not been to the gym for like what? When's the last time we went? Once?
It's been 2.5.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Calvin. Gym life every day.
No. At least 3 days.
3 days. Oh, you still go in the morning?
Yeah, I climb up the stairs, down the stairs, walking
Like
around.
those staircases of Roraka.
Yeah, but I don't lift, so everything
3
looking
days.
nice.
Yeah,
don't
but
like
it's honestly why I do it is actually for my head. To be honest, man, there's days I
Jim's giving you head.
Gotta improve your head game.
wow, like there's days I wake up and I just feel sluggy as fuck, and I'm just like, man, I've got a day now with school put in, and that takes quite a bit. So when I go run and work out and everything, by the time I'm checking into the studio, Alvan is just like, why the fuck are you this loud and
Energized.
energized? And I'm just like, fam, I'm ready to go. So that works for me. It's definitely for the brain right now. Like when I don't, I beat myself up so much. It's just yeah.
And you've mentioned school. Are you having fun? Neville, too? Are you hating school? Because again, I see my friends posting up, I'm in school, I'm in class, assignments, exams, left, right, and center.
Let me
You and your classes, and I'm like, I don't miss none of
I
that.
have this particular class on Tuesday that it has a lot of adults, right?
Wow.
As opposed to...
No. okay. By adults, I mean
So you said it.
like a lot of people who like have kids and pay
Okay.
bills and all of that kind of stuff. But my God, they are so fucking childish though. Like, it's been 5 weeks of this fucking class, right? We've been divided into 6 groups, and some groups have lazy people. You know how group work be? And my group works. Like, I'm content with my group. Like, I can see how if I slack on group work, these niggas will hold me. Because I know there's a place where I'll hold them up. Then some motherfuckers were like, hey, we need to disband these groups 5 weeks in and create other motherfucking groups. Because 2 groups had some problems in their presentations. I was in that chat like, hell to the no. What the fuck?
I can't relate, bro.
Like,
Let
fam,
him vent, G. Let him vent.
Nev, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you found the fucking perfect group members. Why the fuck will you even destroy that shit?
Why do you think universities give you group work? I mean, I wouldn't know. Like, I'm just asking.
To learn how to work as a team.
Yeah, because
Teamwork.
uni in uni means universal. Like,
No, it doesn't. It means university, you fool.
But wait, as you're
Fucking
making fun
idiot.
of those people who
I
are
love
here,
it. Calvin, I love it.
nigga tried to be the
I love it,
substance
Calvin.
if the mics are open.
Don't let
Tried
it
to
ruin
pull a
it.
Ricardo.
I'm for it, bro. I'm for it. The uni in university is universal.
The universal charger.
Yo, what about you, Neville?
Yo, for me, I like when you're taking a piece at those people who are bad in groups. I'm those guys, so please talk to them nicely, because there are places watakusaidia, bro.
Yeah, but you see, for like now, a particular group, right? We've all understood
Yeah, I
each
know,
other.
I know. Roles,
But what was interesting is seeing, so now with, virtual classes are different, right? So the lecturer has to ask each one of you guys like a particular question from the presentation to ascertain that you actually participated in it. So like yesterday, there was a group that was presenting and they came up with one formula, right? And the first presenter presents. Down the line, the two last people to present say, oh, we came up with two formulas, what. One of the other group people was like, Mwalimu, stop. There's nothing like two. And the teacher's like, what the fuck is going on? So now you see that's already failed them. And we're talking about group work out of 10 for that particular assignment. So they got a 3, man. Like, I'm not getting 3 in group work because of some motherfuckers who, you know what I'm saying? Out of 10, bare minimum 8. Don't be out there alienating yourself.
I'm not alienating myself, but I just don't relate to group work.
You do. Okay, no, not at the school level though.
Not at the
But
school
yeah.
level, no.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have those struggles, bro.
Yeah, but group work is one of those things. It's basically what? Teamwork, I guess. So Neville, you were saying.
Let me ask you, now that you mentioned group work, do you prefer working on your own? Like, this is just life conversations. Like, let's say that you're, I personally don't like to travel in a group. I personally don't like to work. Don't laugh.
No, I love traveling with people who don't love traveling with groups.
So I don't like to travel in groups. Yeah, I don't think I'm a group work kind of person. I don't even like hanging out in groups, to be honest. So I kind of think that like there must be like two kinds of people on the planet. There are those kind of people who will just do their own shit on their own and just whatever, and then there's those kind of people who want to work with a team to achieve a goal. Where do you think you fall?
Wait, so for you that's across the board?
No, for me it's like I work
Some of
with
these
groups.
specific areas that.
I work with, see, it's a group of us here.
No, it's
But do
down
I
to
like
preference.
working
Yeah,
in a group?
it's down to preference. Like in life, as you said, in life. Like, are you the person who likes moving solo or as a
I
group,
think
or
I'm
is it
I think
different?
genuinely I'm the person who likes to move solo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I understand that you can move faster
Yeah.
by working in a group.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I didn't need y'all,
Never.
I feel the same. I don't know. When it comes to a situation like that, I've just thought of many instances where I might have portrayed a bit of both. Case in point when, sorry to bring this up, but when you were not feeling well and you were in the hospital with COVID and all, in that particular moment when I was doing the show on my own, I felt as if I could pull this show on my own. I don't need nobody. I will complete ERP and all those things by myself. That's how I felt. But then when it comes to a different setting where we all have to pull our parts, like this podcast, I feel as if I can't do it myself. We all have different vibes that we play in, but the one I prefer to the most, I have to go with like like solo. I feel as if when I complete the mission, it's done. There's nobody who will be asked, oh, bring your part now. Nah, it's done and dusted. So for me, the one I prefer the most has to be solo effort. Calvin?
Couple of months ago, we interviewed Adele, and she was talking about her journey on Legally Clueless, right? let me stick a pause to that. And coming from a corporate environment, whenever you've been interviewed, there's one of those things like you're a team player, what. They hammer it down you know, ethos with the team and everything. And one of the things that Adele said was when she was actually leaving radio, was she'd gotten to a point where she actually realized she likes to work on her own. And she'll work with people. I mean, when you think about how successful Legally Clueless is, but for the podcast herself, that is her, what she's created and everything. And in that moment when she was actually talking about it, it kind of made me feel, oh, you know what? It actually is good to work on comfortably with yourself. And for me, I feel ever since that time, I actually don't mind it.
Working on your own.
Working on my own. To go for particular things, especially goals you want to achieve and what. No one can ever show it to you.
I mean, it's interesting because I remember when I started radio here, and I did the show for so long on my own. Then when you came on the show, fucking hated it. Joking. No, but like I always enjoyed doing the show on my own. But then this time around, even though numbers are really good, even though this time around, I don't know, it kind of just felt like. I felt like it was harder to do the show on my own during this part where you guys had gone on before Charlie had come. Ironically, like I said, the numbers have been okay, so it's like I guess I'm great. But apart from that, no. But it kind of feels to me now like for radio, I think if I'm doing a show on my own, I want it to be a music show. As opposed to an everyday show. Because I think that I've realized now that half of the things that people are interested in, I don't really find much interest in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So for example, it's like, yeah, there's football, we love football, but when you're gonna turn around and say, yo, you need to talk about politicians and COVID spread and all this, I'm like, no, I don't. I switch off. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
So,
but yeah.
So when
Andy, let Andy.
Yeah.
Oh damn, it's interesting because on Saturday we were filming Kelly and Ashley with Austin.
The cookbook.
Yeah, the cookbook coming soon. And I wanted to help because Austin was filming solo, like he was the only guy who was hands-on. So I wanted to be of help, of course. But then I'm the guy, I want to help, but I want to help when I'm ready to help. Like, let me finish doing this and then I can come help you. By the time I'm done, Austin was done setting up. And the same thing happened setting down. So I was like, yo, bro, had you chilled for maybe a couple of more minutes, I'd have helped. Like, Wagwan, like, is this something you do? And then he was like, he prefers setting up and setting down solo because he knows everything he's checking. He has his order, you know. So I started thinking about it at that level and I was like, damn, I don't really think about things like that anymore. After school, you know, you're like, I'm solo dolo. I have to make it out on my own. So you have that lone wolf, that lone wolf mentality until you come to a point where, like you're saying, with radio, with the podcasting, honestly, even on my show, the Jam Session, yes, the numbers are great, thanks to you. But like I also feel like, damn, I mean, I'd have way more fun
if there was somebody else.
There was someone else I'm teaming up with to have conversation banter, because monologuing isn't the easiest job, and entertaining.
Talking to yourself. Hey, Masay, what do you think? Me, I think. No, but you know, there's other ways to look at it.
And then you start laughing.
Please.
Yeah. So things like that, I'd rather have, you know, a group of people or someone else I'm working with.
Now, you mentioned ERP earlier on.
Yeah.
I think, guys, for those of you who care,
ERP,
there's going to be somebody in the audience who's going to be like, what the hell is ERP? ERP is a system that we use at work where we use to make our notes and plan our shows. Yeah. It's like a computer system that we have to fill in.
There's various ERP
like what you're going to talk about.
Quite a few different ERP.
Yeah, what you're going to say on the show, what you're going to talk about, and everything is detailed there.
Where you're going to write ha ha ha.
Bruh,
coming out of Drake, girls be girls. Laugh now. Laugh
Pause.
now.
Cue laughter.
But I mean, we're talking about radio. Do you know what I hate most about prep? And ERP, the electronic registration book or whatever it's called, is that I find myself waking up at like 4:30 in the morning and jumping onto the system and starting to outline and plan my show. And I get to the studio and I do a completely different show.
Yep.
Things might pop up.
Yeah.
It's anyway, I have to go. Yo, before you wrap up, I want your thoughts on this. I don't know if you guys saw this. It's different. It's not the first time we're hearing this about DJ Khaled not going downtown. But he says it's different rules for men. DJ Khaled refuses to go down on wifey, but demands it from her because he's a king. Thoughts?
Stand up, man.
You stand.
Stand a king.
Wait,
Someone asked me this. Somebody asked me this week.
yeah,
They were-
that it's a
someone asked me
Jamaican
this week,
thing.
They were
is
like,
it?
"Are you a bowcat?" Bowcat in Jamaica is like a guy who eats punani. I always say there's two types of men. There's the men who eat and talk, and the men who eat and don't talk.
And those who don't do nothing at all.
Whatever floats your boat, man.
Were you waiting for comments or what?
No, I mean, I just thought, I think it's one of the weirdest conversations to have when someone says, "Hey, do you eat pussy?"
Yeah,
sushi.
fucking knife that
But
shit.
no, this is more. This
Throw
is more
some
on the
tartar
dynamics
sauce.
of
Sweet and
expecting
sour
something
pussy.
that you don't give because you're a king.
But that's a stupid statement. That's a stupid statement. That's a stupid statement. I mean, that's a stupid statement from DJ Khaled. And he's playing to the crowd. You know one thing, he knows how to manipulate social media because he's gonna be bashed in his house in LA with his 20 Bentleys thinking another one. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
you know what people who like getting their pussy eaten are going to say. He's clearly not the best.
at it.
Anyway, I wanted to
another
drive
one.
this conversation to a different place, but I don't
Another
think you all
one.
would,
Where do you want it to go?
because I'm sure we've been in situations where there's things you want to get, but you don't necessarily want to give.
Like money?
Money could be one.
Okay.
Or like in DJ Khaled's case, like he likes receiving head but doesn't like giving head. You know,
There's
like
so many things in life.
Like that.
yeah. So I want to take it to the bedroom, but I don't think y'all are gonna entertain that conversation.
Nah, we're really not.
Yeah, I read the room and I was like, this nigga's checked out already. This nigga's checked
No.
out.
Neville.
Wait, we are still manifesting a trip to Dubai for the podcast, for Grouchy, for Austin, for everyone. The good company. If you're out there and you're a company and you want to take us to Dubai, take us to Dubai.
We promise we'll behave.
We'll behave very well. We are calling forth all of them. Manifesting even PS5s, everything. We are there.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So
So let
questions?
me just. I want to take this conversation somewhere else. I recently read a tweet of the president was telling guys that don't worry about the curfew. I'll take care of it. I'll lift it soon. Blah 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 blah. And that made me think: should we have like a new form of etiquette towards the way we behave now when we go outside? Like for me, when I was outside last weekend and someone came to me and to talk to me close, like wanting to whisper to me and telling me their flight is at the blah blah blah, to me it was like, fam, you're too close. Like, I get it. Like, if you want to talk to me, like, give me some distance, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel as I don't know. You can correct me or wrong. Should there be
I think-
etiquette, like some
I
new
think
form of etiquette as we have there?
My biggest fear about obviously I want the company to the country to be reopened completely. I want the guys' livelihoods in the bars and the clubs and the entertainment spaces
to
to be
normal.
back to normal. I want that, yeah. But the only thing I would say is that I would rather that the president or the government rather did this thing gradually. So I would rather the government say, okay, the curfew at 10 o'clock is a bit, we're going to move it to midnight to give the guys an additional space, yeah? And then maybe 6 months down the line when more people have been vaccinated, maybe you push it till whatever, or you get rid of it, you know what I'm trying to say? Because my biggest fear is India.
The lockdown sessions is his worst fear.
Oh, wow.
Grouchy.
Yeah, so my biggest fear is that we open up, the political rallies start as they already have, and the same thing happened in India. Like, guys don't understand. India, their numbers were down to as low as almost where we are now. They opened up, they started to allow religious rallies and political rallies. You saw what happened in India. Guys have got short memories. So my thing about it is, at the end of the day, our healthcare capacity, though it has slightly increased during COVID because of necessity, right? We're not really there yet. You get me? So for my thing is, at the end of the day, just relax, get more people vaccinated. because you can see the effects of the vaccination. Like yesterday, the positivity rate was 0.9%. Like, so there's an effect, and a lot of guys within Nairobi itself have been vaccinated, so it's having an effect. But I'm saying we haven't done enough to open up things wholesale.
Yes. I like your point. I'd hoped we'd achieve the 10 million mark by December. Clearly not.
No, we might do though. See the thing about it's for people like us to tell guys, like for example, ironically, today is when I'm going for my second job.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say? But we have to tell the guys to go out and get those jobs.
No, I understand, and I'm definitely for that. But what I'm looking at is the logistics. How far have we taken it? What? Because at the end of the day, Kenya's just not Nairobi. However,
Exactly.
we have seen these politicians at it. You guys saw the very famous picture of Eldoret last week. There was not an ounce of distancing.
And the question is, how many people in Eldoret have been jabbed?
Exactly.
That's the question.
You understand? The president was deputy president was in Lamu yesterday. Crowds upon crowds. Baba was in Meru this week. Crowds upon crowds.
Right.
So now the justification for people when they're telling the president, listen, you as a president said we have banned political rallies.
Right.
For another 30 days, we've done what. But you lot are the same people who are breaking them. How is it that you are going to be out here running free? The cops won't tell you shit. But there's people who want to throw a concert.
Right.
And you want to
As
cancel
for them.
that, right? There's people who want to, you get. So if you're going to do that, you might as well just
Balance it
Open
out.
up.
You get.
I mean, I was at the hospital yesterday, and I went for like my monthly checkup, and doctor said to me, like, doctor looks fresh. Usually, my man is like
tired.
living on coffee. Doctor came out fresh. Hey, Conrad, come. What's going on? How you doing? I'm like, I'm traveling. I just want to do a checkup before I go. And then he's like, yeah. I said, so how's things? He goes, I don't even have a single COVID patient. He doesn't even have a single COVID patient who's in.
Grouchy, you doing the thing.
We started talking about COVID.
Grouchy starts coughing.
Right? But like he said, he doesn't even have a single COVID patient.
Oh, wow,
And, like,
that's
when
amazing.
we say, obviously, what it means that there's guys who have got COVID, but like the guys who are in the HD, ICU, and that was the other guy. He does not even have a single patient.
Yeah, but back to what
Yeah,
you
to
said.
behavior, etiquette, yeah.
Behavior.
I guess we might just as well say goodbye to handshakes.
Long time.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, because even when things get back to normal, fingers crossed, my mouth to God's ears, I think it's even easier to just, bump fist or wave, such and such. So, etiquette-wise, I think that
We
is
need
also
to
going
change,
to.
yeah.
I also feel like even when it's okay for us not to wear masks, I feel like most people are still going to be putting on masks when they are moving out there, out
Same
and
way.
about.
Yeah.
So I feel like etiquette-wise, those are some of the things that are going
Fam,
to still hold.
I'm going to the States, and trust me, bro. Like those non-wearing masks. I don't
Yeah,
want.
I
I
don't wanna
want
see them.
anyone to come to me. Hello, sir. Do you know that you are serving the interests of the government and the deep state because you're wearing a
Your
mask?
mask.
Suck your mother. You know what I mean? All right. Before we go, Nev.
Yes. Open mic.
Our new feature, open mic. Wagwan.
Yes. So open mic, if you're new to the channel, open mic is where you send us things on our socials, our Twitter, our Instagram, personal handles, and we talk about it. We get into it, yani we dive into it. So some interesting things were sent to us this week. One of them says, Wagwan gents, what's the longest time you've spent off social media? That is Glenn. Yes, this is Glenn. Yes. What is the longest time you have spent off of social media? Andy, do you want to take this one first?
Longest time
you've spent off social
media, probably a night.
A night.
Yeah.
What was not happening? Arsenal was not.
So I was driving a friend's car, and I left I have a bad habit of leaving my phone at a particular place in the car. So I dropped off the car and I went back home. So on getting home, it hits me, damn.
Your
I left
phone.
the car. I left the phone in the car. So I just spent the whole night off of everything, and it was okay. I'm glad I don't have that struggle with social media. I can go off if I want to. Yeah. What about you?
Calvin?
Weekends, easily.
So that's
Every
the
weekend,
longest
or
time
what's
you
the
spent
longest?
off
What's the
of
No,
social
you
media.
spent some. There's a time you went on
Longest.
IG for like 6 weeks.
Yeah,
Longest,
I've stayed
longest.
off of IG, but Twitter, since it's one of those tools we use actively for our radio shows. But on weekends, there's enough times I intentionally Friday once I'm done, log
So
out
what's the
everywhere
longest time you've spent off of social media as we speak?
as we speak.
Yes.
Instagram, that
6
duration, but Twitter.
the rest.
Actually, on Twitter, I've gone a week or something.
A week. I remember there's a time you went off.
Yeah,
off Twitter for a week.
yeah. So for me, but what I try and do is this: weekends, I just log out of all of those things. I don't
was-
even watch the news.
I was with Dennis Ombachi yesterday. Shouting out to Ombachi and his family. And you know, Ombachi's not on WhatsApp. And he deleted his WhatsApp like about 6 weeks ago.
I even saw him tweet about it.
And then he said to me yesterday, he goes, he has not known peace since since he deleted his WhatsApp. Because he goes, you know what? It just makes everyone too accessible. And it's funny how people will try to hit you on WhatsApp, but they won't text or they won't call.
Yeah. They won't
You
go
know?
the
What
extra
about you?
mile. Yeah.
I think for me, the longest I've been off of social media is probably a day or two. But for me, when I want to break, I have to literally delete my account.
Yeah.
So I'll delete my account. and
But
for
I like that habit
incidents.
that you had. Was it last year sometime?
Yeah, he used to go off.
He used to be only on Twitter during the show.
During the show.
And it was only logged on to your laptop. Nothing on the.
But I deleted Twitter from my phone
Yeah.
for during that time. But like I said, we use it during the course of the day. But
Yes.
like I think basically, and another thing that I think really works as well is when you purge your account. So for example, at least once or twice a year, I reset
Clean.
my account right back down to zero, and then I just follow the people who are interesting. Again, so at the end of the day, yeah, I think on Twitter there's a time when I was following like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Now I think I follow like 300 guys or 200 guys.
Because
Damn.
how I like to put it, I think, G, we were told this at the same time. Twitter's like a barbecue that you have, and you only invite who? People that you want at your barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So if you have loose people, if your barbecue is just open, you're gonna get too much
Yeah.
strays and people.
There are people, and funny, there are people who I know in real life, and I know them, and they're loud on Twitter. I deliberately don't follow them, and we're cool, and I meet them like, "Wow, go on, you good?" But I just don't want your noise on my
Yeah.
timeline.
Never.
You know?
Longest time?
I guess mine has to be 3 weeks after our incident happened. Like I was off social media for like 3 weeks, and I have to say that was one of the best decisions ever. So yes, sometimes you have to exit yourself kidogo.
So next
So
question.
yes, so next question. This is a random one to us, gents. You are Isaac. Remember Isaac from the Bible who was being sacrificed by his father and all, blah, blah, blah. You're Isaac right now after your father has just tried to sacrifice
To
you.
off me.
Yeah, your father has just tried to give you up to God, you know. But then, you know, he didn't actually get sacrificed. A goat appeared from nowhere and it was
Do the
sacrificed.
thing.
Yeah, he didn't do the thing like Grouchy. So let's say there's Twitter in those days and you are the son of Isaac. You have just been. What's the first tweet you put out? What do you say to the masses to like let them know what you've been through?
This nigga tried to kill me.
I'll say men are trash thread.
Mimi si size yako. what are some of the things if you're listening to us in your car, if you're listening to us, just comment below. If you're watching us, comment below what would your first tweet be right after your father has tried to sacrifice you?
Be the ones
After all
closest
this-
to you.
It'd be the
I'll
ones
be like,
closest
the ones
to you.
closest
I'll be like, after all this time, now you want to kill me?
You know what I'd actually tweet?
Yeah.
After all of that shit, can I use a GIF? You know that young kid in black and white who does this?
No,
I'm doing 100%. No words.
you wish you have killed me.
And final one.
And the final one.
Wait, what are you saying? What are you tweeting?
Oh, I think I already said Mimi si size yako.
Oh, just that.
Yeah, if my
Okay,
father
okay.
tries to sacrifice me, wewe wacha upuzi. So looking at another question here. One of the questions that also was asked to us was about us men okay, let me just read the tweet so that we can all understand it. So this tweet says, men being required to provide financially is slavery. People being asked to do a thing because of who they are, not what they can do, is slavery. You're conditioned from birth to do the do's and don'ts and that is slavery. Slavery doesn't have to be big chains holding you down. What do you guys say to that statement?
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, and I agree because it's like every single, and we've spoken about this severally. Like there are so many expectations given to people, especially men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, we're expected to do this, we're expected to do that. Like, who are we expected to do this for, or why are we expected to do this?
Yeah.
I read something the other day. Do you know what? They said to me that tradition tradition is like listening to the rules that are made by dead people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So like end of the day, like you're doing these things because this quote unquote society says you got to do this. You're following the ways of your father and your grand. They were all dead. Chart your own
Ancestors.
fucking course.
Your own path,
and
yeah.
understand that end of the day, like, you know, men have no value, man. And it's apparent that like if anybody's slaves, it's men.
Okay, to some extent, being required to provide, could be slavery, but that doesn't exempt you from owning up to your responsibilities.
True.
Because it could easily be confused for, either or.
Lack of responsibility.
If you're responsible for something, know that you're obliged to provide and do whatever you're supposed to do in that situation, but don't use this as an excuse to run away from what you're supposed to do. That's all I have to say about that.
Calvin Wagwan?
I saw a tweet that said, try take all your leave days and go home and say you were fired from your job.
I saw that tweet.
And I was just like, wow.
That's a stupid ass tweet.
Yeah, it was really stupid, right? And this is a conversation we keep having on and on and on and on. You get just in as much as it's how we're conditioned. Bro, if you actually can't do it, just say it. Don't die on that hill.
Someone has to break. Someone has to break the chains, so to speak. Nev.
Yeah.
Yes,
Don't
we are
break
done
it
up.
down that hill.
We're done up. We're done up. Yes.
Alright, cool. Listen, make sure you check out the lockdown tonight with Andy and DJ Lordwin. And make sure you check out the wake up call tomorrow morning 9 a.m. with a man like DJ Grouchy. And make sure you just keep supporting us the way that you support us. And I'm going on leave.
I know you're
For how
happy
long?
about that.
Huh? I haven't even booked a flight yet, bruv.
Oh, damn. Are you excited to travel?
Solo?
I'm
It's
excited.
new- it's new- it's new
travel
kind of
solo.
travel.
Yeah.
I'm excited and not excited. I'm excited because I'm not excited because the route that I want to travel, you can't travel it because of COVID. So I want to go Europe to the States. But now because of COVID, if I go to Europe, they won't let me into the States. So I'm gonna have to go do these long ass flights from Dubai or from somewhere. But I'm blessed. I'm looking forward to it. And
That means you're gonna miss Calvin's birthday, and he's having like a
Yeah, his
dancehall
birthday is
party.
next week. What
He's
are you
throwing like a
planning,
Cardi B dancehall party. You didn't
Yeah.
hear, G?
well, guess what? It's Friday morning. I haven't booked my flight. I haven't cleared the visa application, and I haven't also but I've got my COVID test done.
Okay.
And I'm getting my second jab. I don't know. I'm supposed to be going tonight. I might go. I might not go. We'll see.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Yeah, like, why did you guys do that?
What's
My
the plan for
birthday
the
is
Friday?
not this
And
Friday.
you're
It's
gonna
next
miss-
Friday.
You're gonna
Yeah.
miss. Oh, it's next Friday.
next
No,
Friday,
are we
yes.
planning a whole bash?
Yeah,
like,
well,
we
what
contacted Grouchy, but apparently he's booked.
he's booked and busy, Grouchy everywhere.
Why you going to pay Grouchy? You can afford Grouchy for a party for us.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, come on.
Damn.
Was his red card?
What happened to my?
Nuka.
What do you mean, what happened?
Oh, this is Mike's Open.
Oh,
My name is G
let's
Money.
finish it before we
Episode
stop talking.
130. Peace,
Let's go to
billing.
Patreon. Wait, how many likes this week?
This
on
week,
this episode?
1,500.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ati what?
Your Nuka.
1,500 likes.
It's there.
Where is it?
Wait,
I've expected
wrap
to
up
see
the
your...
pod.
Nah, bro,
The
there
pod's
was
done.
so much mud outside.
What's
He can
that?
tell you.
You are like not coming
Yeah, I
with
was
it.
just like, I ain't taking this shit.